Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Squad Goals podcast. I am your host / technical director, Gabe Olorziak, and with us in the flesh, we have our two co-stars, Seth Olorziak and Simone Espejo.
Oh, what is good?
What's up, guys?
And today, we are going to be predicting our picks for the round of 16, the knockout stages in the 2022 FIFA World Cup. The group stage is done. What a crazy... We've already watched 48 matches. That is ridiculous. I can't believe it. But now we are down to the round of 16, and this is where things get spicy because now we have extra time and penalties that come into play if teams can't break even at 90. And oh boy, this is going to be very interesting. And what a better way to start the round of 16 than with our nation, the United States of America, playing first before any other team. They will be facing the Netherlands. Today, the game probably already happened if you're seeing this, but USA are playing the Netherlands Saturday, December 3rd at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is massive. The US's first knockout berth since 2014, obviously. And if the USA win here, they could make their first quarterfinals appearance since 2002. So Seth and Simone, this is the game to talk about, the game to watch. It's stressful that it's going to happen first, but it'll make watching the rest of the games less stressful because we'll know the result of USA already. But what are your guys' predictions? USA versus the Netherlands. Does the USA stand a chance? Are they going to make the quarterfinals, or will the Netherlands make it hard for them? What do you guys think will happen? Obviously, we know what you want to happen, but what are your predictions for the USA going up against the Netherlands?
Well, this is this is a game that obviously we're all very much looking forward to, and we are super excited for, but super nervous for.
Oh yeah,
at the same time.
It'll be
I'm already nervous for it, and it's the night before, right?
Yeah,
so
we
this
have
is
11 hours left till the game.
yeah,
My.
this is scary. So, but sometimes in life you need to go big or go home. Team USA will be pulling the upset over the Dutch in the round of 16 and going to their first quarterfinals since 2002.
My man, I have the exact same thing.
Yes.
You have the exact same
Listen,
thing.
you got to go big or you got to go home.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. In our original predictions, well, I had Wales in this position, actually. So I had the Dutch going through there. But just, you know, obviously these are brand new predictions because we've seen how teams have played now in the World Cup. We got a better idea of, like, you know, how good a team is, how good or how bad a team is, right? Whatever.
It's funny you say that too, because I had USA going through, and this is the exact prediction that I had. And initially I had Netherlands going through. But after these games, like you said, Dude, I think USA can do it. I have faith. You got to have faith. You know what? We're not going to win if we don't have faith. And so right now I'm putting USA in my bracket to win it because I have full faith in them. I believe in them 100%. Like, I don't secretly think Netherlands is going to win. I'm giving it my all, and I'm going to root for them as hard as I possibly can.
Dude, couldn't have said it better. You know, it's funny because part of me, because I actually had USA finishing bottom of the group.
Right.
Then I told everyone, I was like, prove me wrong, right?
And
I want the USA to prove me wrong.
And they did.
So part of me was like, should I have them prove me wrong again? Like, maybe that's a trend. But I was like, nah, this is different. We're out of the group stage. It's the round of 16.
This is do or die here.
It's do or die.
Yeah.
I'm going Team USA. He's going Team USA.
Yep.
They are going to pull a huge upset first thing tomorrow morning. And it's going to be fantastic. I mean, let's just talk about this USA team just for like a minute, a quick minute, right? So draw against England, right? Draw against
and
Wales.
they played well in that game too. It wasn't like a very, English dominating the game, like missing just crazy chances. Like, obviously they were English. The English weren't at their like best form, but USA played very well in that game.
Yes. Draw against Wales, draw against England, and then win against Iran, right? So a solid group stage. But the thing is like, even though they didn't score a lot of goals, you know, they got the job done. But it was just how they looked as a team.
Yeah.
They looked threatening.
Yeah.
They looked dangerous. Their midfield, it was easily the best part of their team.
Yeah.
That Tyler Adams is just oh God, I don't even know what to call it. I mean, he is a slide tackling machine. He is a ball winning machine.
Super young, but amazing leader for the team.
Exactly. He's super good at keeping possession for us. Weston McKennie, Yunus Musa running around the pitch.
Yeah. Opening gates, opening passing lanes.
Yep.
Just beautiful.
Creating Weston McKennie has provided some beautiful services.
Oh, yeah.
I
Absolutely.
mean, this team looks dangerous. They're very creative.
Yeah.
They have good players they could bring off the bench to help provide a spark.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Dutch have looked fine, but there's nothing they did in the group stage that made me go like, wow.
Yeah, like this
look
team
at
is gonna
that.
win the
Like,
whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And to be fair, the USA, like we were mentioning in the previous podcast, they haven't scored that many goals.
Right.
But I think like this is not going to be a high scoring game in my opinion.
I don't think it will
Like,
either.
And I think that the USA is going to barely win this, but
It's gonna be
gonna win.
close.
They're going to win it. Like
They're gonna
they're
pull it
still going to
out.
pull it out.
I
think
so.
Netherlands is just not going to be ready for that because you can like the issue is that Netherlands has scored 2 goals in most of their games except for the Ecuador one, but they still scored 1 there. But
Yeah.
they're not like with that quality. You should be scoring way more. So I'm not expecting that many goals from the Netherlands team.
No.
And obviously same for the USA, but I think we're gonna pull it out.
I completely agree. I'm
Sneak
going
one
for
in
the
there.
team with the upside here, and I think that's Team USA.
Yeah.
And also with big news too, Christian Pulisic was cleared to play in this game. Our Captain America is ready.
His nut is recovered. Yup.
So he's ready to go. But yes, Team USA will be winning their round of 16 game against the Dutch and going to the quarterfinals.
Absolutely.
That is what we love to hear. How about that? The United States we have a lot of faith here, and we will definitely be watching that game. Like Seth said, very nervously, very anticipation.
Dude, I'm already scared,
Yeah.
dude.
No, this will
Like,
be so fun. It's gonna be such a I know we're all gonna be on the edge of our seats.
I don't
for this
think-
game.
It's
I
gonna
don't
be a
think-
fun 2 hours.
I don't think I'll be as
Or
scared as
more.
I was for the Iran game because I just kind of wanted the USA to move on. Like now that they've
Yeah.
moved on, I feel like anything they do now is just exceeding my expectations. But
That's fair.
like, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I have faith.
But all right, next up, we will talk about the 2 teams that the USA could potentially face if they do win this game. And the next game is Argentina versus Australia. Guys, so I know like Australia shocked us like by actually getting out of this group, but and Argentina shocked us by losing to Saudi Arabia in the opener. But we're not going to see another shock here, are we? Like, come on, what's happening?
Yeah, no, I think we have to be realistic for this one. It's like a 99-1 chance Australia goes through here. So I have Argentina going through kind of easily.
Yeah, this man, I think I have Argentina going through as well, but I think Australia could frustrate Argentina in this game
for sure.
defensively,
Especially
and I
with
think it could
Argentina.
be closer than people think. I don't think. I mean, it could be like a 4-0 route, right? But it could also be a 1-0
Exactly.
Argentina
That's
win,
what I was gonna say.
You know, because Australia has frustrated their opponents as we've seen in group stage defensively. So this could almost be a trap game for Argentina, but it's just too. It would be too much of a bombshell, I think, for Australia to win. It would, like, this is a whole nother level you're asking out of this team, and Argentina's finding their stride now, right? So I just don't think Australia is gonna get. I'm not calling their wins over Tunisia and Denmark lucky, but I just don't think they're gonna be as fortunate and be able to sit back as much as they have. So. Yeah, Argentina should take this comfortably, but they do need to be careful because this Australian team is a little stingy. So,
and what I was saying earlier with the Argentina winning the game easily, I don't think it'll be an easy game, but I think they could easily win it if they finish their chances. I think they're gonna have a ton of chances, and in the recent form, they're gonna miss a lot of those really good opportunities. So I don't think it's gonna be like a blowout. I don't think Argentina's gonna win like 5-0.
yeah.
But like, because I just feel like they're gonna miss so many chances that they should be scoring.
Yeah.
And so it'll be a little bit closer. It'll probably be like a 1 or 2, maybe 3 goal game. But I mean, Australia could sneak in a goal, but
They could.
I don't see Australia beating them no matter what. So I'm giving it to Argentina. So it'll be a USA Argentina quarterfinal for me.
That would be wild. I
Oh.
would love that.
My Lord. Yeah, that would be insane. But we have some more games to talk about. So let's see what happens. This next game, we are also very excited for us Polacks. Poland reaching the round of 16 for the first time since I believe they said 1986 was the last time Poland made it into the knockout stages.
Very excited for this one.
So it's been a long time coming. Poland is going up against, let me check. Oh, good God. The 2018 World Cup winners, France. Okay, guys. I mean, there comes a time where we have to be realistic, right? Does Poland stand a chance here?
That's my question for Seth. Are you going to be realistic with this prediction?
Breaks my heart, but I do have France going through.
I do too.
I do. But let me just say this. If Poland can find a way to actually get their best player involved into the game regularly, they have a better chance. Not saying they have a winning chance, they have a better chance.
Yeah. I mean, they could definitely get a goal in.
For sure.
Hopefully.
For sure.
You know,
Robert Lewandowski could score a goal
easily.
any minute, any second of the game.
Yeah.
If you just give the ball to his feet.
But realistically, I think that for any goal he scores, France will score 2 more.
It's, you see, this is going to be interesting because
How many saves is Szczesny going to
yeah,
get in this?
Szczesny,
He's in very good
He's
form.
been the best keeper in the tournament.
Yeah.
So, but I think France, it's going to be overwhelming for the Polish defense, and they're just going to keep. They're going to keep coming and coming.
Insane attacks from every direction.
Oh
You're
yeah,
never safe.
Dembele on one side, Mbappe on the other. It's going to be a nightmare for the fullbacks. It really is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've got France winning this one. They've kind of surprised me. I mean, how they looked in the Nations League and coming up to this, like everyone was doubting them. I was doubting them for sure. I especially with all the talent they were losing. No Pogba, no Conte. They lost Nkunku. They lost
Benzema.
Yeah,
Ballon d'Or winner, the first Ballon d'Or player not to play, or winner to play in the same year as World Cup.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Crazy. So they lost a lot of talent, but
they still
they've got some good
they
young
still
talent,
have
and
so much.
they still have a lot of depth, which is good for them. And they've proven that they're
going to
still
be a
dangerous
dominant team. They're going to be a dominant team for years.
Yeah, no, they've got a lot of young talent, promising talent, and they look really good, in good form right now. I don't see Poland doing it. I mean,
Unfortunately,
unfortunately, as much as I would love for it to happen, I just don't see it happening. It's just they're gonna outclass Poland. It's gonna be too overwhelming for their defense, and France. I think France will win it comfortably. I do. I don't want to say that, but I am going to. So yeah, France will move on to the quarterfinals here.
All right. That makes sense, unfortunately. But
we said unfortunately like 20 times in the last 3 minutes.
yeah.
I gotta get myself a Polak jersey one of these days. Wear it on the podcast.
Yes, sir.
Wear it on the day they lose.
But all right, so the next matchup is one we haven't really been talking about, but one that could be sneaky entertaining. We have England going up against Senegal. Senegal without Sadio Mane, likely, and then England with probably they're gonna have their entire squad because this is a round of 16 game. They're trying to have football come home for the for the first time in 6 years. But England versus Senegal, guys. How do you see this one playing out? Can Senegal give one of the World Cup favorites a tough time?
I think they really can. Yeah. I think 100% they can.
So do you have them winning?
I have Senegal winning the game.
Wow.
I actually do. I do. I think this is going to be one of those games that goes to extra time, maybe even penalty kicks.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be super close.
Oh, God, if it goes to penalty kicks.
So, I've got Senegal winning this game and going to a quarterfinal matchup with France.
Yeah.
And, all right, hear me out, right? So, England, they've looked good. They look good against Iran. They look good against Wales, right?
But those
obviously
not teams
right
of the level of Senegal.
They struggled. They struggled against USA, right?
Yeah.
And I kind of put USA and Senegal on the same boat in terms of talent and ability.
Senegal might even have
a little bit of an edge, right?
Yeah.
For me, Senegal brought they've just been showing me a little something, even without Mane. This World Cup, they've been showing how dangerous they can be, and how not how easily they can score goals, but how easily they can create chances and how threatening that could be to get a goal. And yeah, man, I don't know. England struggled in big tournaments. They always have. And personally, I'm not a fan of Gareth Southgate. I'm not the England. I think they need a better manager in that position. I don't think he does England justice with in
the
terms
talent
of
on that squad.
I don't think he subs in the right players. I don't think he starts the right players. I think tactically they could be better. Like, I think England could be so much better than they are, but they're just not. And I think this is going to be a bit of an upset here. I think Senegal finds a way to get through, knocks off England, and we'll see him in the quarterfinals. So
I don't want to talk too much about it, but as much as I want to see Senegal go through, I'm going to be rooting for Senegal. But as much as I want to see that happen, I think it'll be a close game, but England will come out on top. Like you said, you think it's going to be a very close game. So this could really go either way.
Definitely.
I really want to root for Senegal, but like something is just telling me that I'm pretty sure England is going to be taking it. And not because they're going to outclass them. I think it's just going to be because of their individual players. I think that it's not going to be a team goal that wins them the game. Well, obviously, actually, I feel like it's going to go into overtime as well. But I feel like if they do score any goals, it'll be because of an individual player or like a very
Definitely
two players linking up. It's not going to be because of the team, because the team does not connect like that under Southgate, like you were mentioning. Like it's going to be because of the class of two individual players.
Like a Rashford and Phil Foden.
Right, because individually these players, like on the pitch, almost every single English player, I guess, has more fame and is just considered to be better than some of these Senegalese players. Right. But the thing is, Senegal works way better as a team. So individually, some of them might perform better, but as a team, Senegal will definitely perform better.
Yeah, I think this will be one of the sneaky games of the round of 16.
Yeah, it'll be a really good one. But I
could see it going either way for sure. I'm just I like pulling for the upset a little bit, so we're gonna go Senegal.
Yeah, no, and even though I don't have it, I do hope it happens.
Yeah,
That would be crazy to see that happen. Can we get another African team in the quarterfinals for the first time in quite a few World Cups?
That'd be amazing.
We'd love to see
that. Would be amazing.
Let's see what happens.
Different continents to represent, man.
Yes, sir. But guys, wow, we already have just 4 matches left. That's how crazy just cutting the entire field in half in one fell swoop goes. But next up, we have one of probably the most anticipated matchups, at least for us Dark Horse fans. We have Japan going up against Croatia, 2018 finalists, the runner-ups, facing off against the Dark Horse, Japan. I am rooting for Japan personally. I want to see them break that round of 16 curse and go to the quarterfinals. But what do you guys think will actually happen?
Before anything, who do you have going through here?
Unfortunately, Gabe, I do have Croatia going through here. I don't think Japan are going to be able to break that round of 16 curse here. For me, this has been a storybook run for Japan so far. And you know what? I do hope it continues. That would be really cool to see. But listen, this is a Croatian side who has been here before. Yeah. They have been in this position before. They are very talented. Yes, they're older, but they know what it takes to get to the next round, and the next round, right?
It's going to come down to experience versus talent, in my opinion.
And yes, I agree. And I think, I definitely think Croatia just has more quality in general than Japan. And I think Croatia could frustrate Japan here. I think Japan could maybe... obviously, they're known for their counterattacks and, not having possession. But I think Japan could maybe struggle with being able to do any of that just because of how much, like you said, how much experience Croatia has and being able to...
Especially with those counterattacks.
Being able to prevent those in crucial moments, right?
Yeah.
I just... this is a tough one. It really was for me to pick. But I have to go with the experience of Croatia here. So I got Croatia going to the quarterfinals.
Well, Gabe, I agree with you. I have Japan. What the hell is that?
Oh boy, Siri's going off. Siri doesn't like your predictions.
But yeah, I have Japan pulling the upset. I love the Croatian team. This is a really heartbreaking game because I love both of these teams and I want to see them both go far. And obviously, one of their journeys will end in this game. So either way, to me, it's a lose-lose. I don't want to see one of the teams go out. Unfortunately, for Croatia, I have Japan winning, and I think it's gonna be because it's gonna be a very close game because I feel like all these Japan games are gonna be close. I don't think Japan is at the level yet where they can completely shut out a team.
Right.
Especially like with how young most of their players are, but they are at the level where they can, keep games close, which is very, very difficult to do still,
sure.
especially at that age.
Yep.
And I feel like it's gonna be towards the end where Japan wins it because you're just gonna see the youth of these players and how these guys are still running like full pace in the 90th minute when the Croatians are just a lot more exhausted. And I think the Croatians are gonna have great link up plays, great chances. But I think that ending is really going to determine that game. And I see Japan just pulling through at the very end.
I respect it.
Yeah, that will be a game to watch for sure, no matter what happens.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun to watch and see which team will make it to the quarterfinals. Now, next up, oh my lord, we have Brazil, one of the World Cup favorites, going up against South Korea. This on paper seems like a very lopsided game. And if I remember, there was a friendly a couple months ago only where Brazil beat South Korea like 5-1 or something like that. But then again, it was a friendly. Neither team probably had full strength. But this is a World Cup knockout matchup. Both of these teams will definitely be bringing their A game. Brazil will not be messing around like they did against Cameroon today.
Oh, yeah.
So, guys, what are your predictions? Is there any scenario where South Korea goes through, or is Brazil set to make their way for a strong run?
I hate to say it, but I don't see Korea winning at all. Like, I don't see any chance for South Korea winning this.
I don't. It's a tough draw for them. I
Yeah.
mean,
Brazil,
what a story for them to get through, right? But then,
Yeah.
then you
have
realize you find Brazil.
in the very next round. And yeah, you beat a good Portugal, but that was their B team. And like you said, like Brazil, even Brazil's B team is full of superstars.
When Brazil has something to play for and they're playing their A team,
Yeah.
they're almost unstoppable.
They're almost unbeatable in all of Copa Americas. They get far in every single one. They tend to do very well in the World Cup. I don't see Brazil going out in the round of 16.
Yeah.
And especially not to South Korea, unfortunately.
Yeah. Fortunately, Son and South Korea's run will come to an end.
But
I think
it was a
gonna be
good run. It was a good run.
I think they're going to be a stingy team. They're going to make it tough on Brazil, but Brazil just too much quality around the whole pitch, and just they're going to be frustrating South Korea all day. And this, I hate to say it, but this game could get a little out of hand. It could be one of the high scoring lopsided games in the
That could be interesting
in the round of 16. So
Right.
obviously, it would be really crazy to see South Korea pull this upset, but it's just so unlikely.
Yeah.
It's just Brazil's gonna go through here.
It's kind of funny. I wanted to see Germany go through because I was expecting. I really wanted to see a Germany and Brazil rematch later on in the group in the
knockouts.
in the knockout stages. Yeah, but obviously that didn't happen.
Yeah. So
Oh well.
But yeah, Brazil. I think Brazil could beat almost any team on this planet at the moment, and with the players that they have on their roster. So, fortunately for South Korea, I see Brazil going through.
I do too. And for me, that would set up a really exciting quarterfinal of Brazil-Croatia, which I think would be pretty crazy to see.
That could be fun.
Yeah, we will see what Brazil does in their round of 16 matchup against South Korea. Will this game get out of hand like Seth predicted, or will South Korea make it a little tricky for Brazil to find the back of the net? We will just have to wait and see. That game will be fun to watch. 2 more games to go, guys, and probably 2 of the more entertaining ones on the card. This first one, oh boy, we don't get this matchup very often, but Morocco versus Spain. This is going to be a fun one for sure. Morocco shocking everybody and topping their group that contained Belgium and Croatia, and Spain doing just enough to advance, did not even top their own group. So that's why they're in this position. But, you you could argue as a favorable draw as opposed to getting Croatia. Who knows? But Morocco is riding a huge wave of momentum, and Spain just lost their last game. They haven't won since the opening game against Costa Rica, where they poured 7 on them. Will this momentum help Morocco at all, guys? Or is Spain just going to prove once again that they are the powerhouse that they always are?
Well, this is going to be really interesting because of
could be a
two
very
neighboring countries here playing against each other for like probably one of their first meetings ever. Maybe not the first one, but definitely like they haven't
one
met
of the most important meetings.
Exactly. They definitely not have met that many times. Like this is not a regular game you're going to see. So this will be really fun. But go ahead with your prediction.
Yeah. Obviously, I was a big believer in Spain coming in, right? And I believe in our regular predictions, I had, I think I had Spain reaching the quarters against Brazil, but obviously that can't even happen anymore. They're on the opposite sides of the brackets. I had Brazil beating Spain, right? Whatever, right? But as much as I have been backing Spain, I am going for the big upset here.
My man.
Morocco is going to pull the biggest. You could argue the USA one could be bigger, but I think this one's actually bigger.
Yeah.
With the biggest upset of the round of 16. Yeah. Morocco will beat Spain here, and they will join their Senegal brotherins in the quarterfinals as the 2 African teams making it to the quarterfinals. And Morocco will pull a huge upset, dude. Like I was saying it, they are probably the hottest team right now in the World Cup. And Spain coming off that loss to Japan where they looked so mediocre, right? Yeah. And then Morocco coming off a big win against Canada where they looked really good.
And it wasn't just that one game. It was the entire
it wasn't
group
just
stage.
That one game. Yeah.
And
the whole group stage, they looked really good. And I could see Spain crumbling here. I could see them struggling to contain Morocco there offensively. And Morocco just putting tons of pressure on the Spain backline with their beautiful short and long passing ability to spray the ball wide, and just their remarkable ability to create chances with beautiful deliveries inside the box, causing chaos, along with beautiful set pieces by Morocco as well. It could be a problem for Spain. So there's a lot of things I think could go wrong here for Spain. And
yeah, I mean, based on the way that Morocco plays, because I also have them going through this round. I have them beating Spain. But like you said, the thing is that Spain has always played, especially in recent times, based off of their history.
Yep.
They're trying to like replicate their history, and they're trying to do that like tiki-taka, constant passing, dominate possession style of play. And that will not work against Morocco, in my opinion. If you did that to Morocco is a team that relies on you having possession and you folding when they pressure you. And that team can press hard. Yep. So like you said, I see Morocco just overwhelming that team. Spain might get like a goal through, but like their dominance of possession is not going to mean anything in this game. The same way we saw it in that Japan game.
Yeah, completely.
But Morocco is going to come even harder than Japan did.
Yep, I completely agree, man. Completely agree here. Yeah,
that'll be a very, very fun one to watch.
Yes.
I don't think anyone ever expected Morocco to be beating Spain in the round of 16, but I completely see it happening now. Like it's already happened in my mind. Like I don't see Spain coming back because they rely on the same style of play, and the thing is they can't even replicate it properly. Like we said, like they did it in that one game against Costa Rica where they actually build chances, but after that, they're always passing it back to the goalkeeper. Yeah. And if it's not like a clear chance, they don't take it. That's what they don't do. They don't take enough chances. Yeah. And Morocco does, and that's what's going to be the thing that leads them to the victory.
Difference. Yep. Yeah. I completely agree, man.
That will be a fun one to watch for sure. I cannot wait for that matchup, and neither can these guys. One more matchup to go. This one involves Cristiano Ronaldo, his nation, Portugal, going up against a familiar foe in Switzerland. They've met plenty of times. And this one's going to be very, very interesting. I think we all knew this one was going to happen. It was either Portugal, Switzerland, or Portugal, Serbia. Yeah. Portugal was getting somebody, and luckily it's not Brazil for Ronaldo's sake. But how do you guys see this happening? Will Ronaldo start his World Cup hunt with a win and an entry into the quarterfinals, or will Switzerland pull off some magic like they did against Serbia today? What's going to happen here?
Before anything, you cannot underestimate Switzerland. This is going to be a closer game than most would think. But I do have Portugal winning this game.
This will definitely be a close game. Switzerland's a really good team.
The thing is, I have Portugal going through, but I can totally see Switzerland beating them. Like, this is going to be very close. It's going to come down to who's more focused and who wants it more on game day.
I agree. Yeah, this will be close. I also have Portugal going through, though. Yeah, I think, when Portugal plays their A team, they have their superstars out there, and they're playing
all
to
fully
win,
focused, all connected properly. Yeah,
it's
very scary team.
Yeah, and they're fun to watch.
Yeah.
They've just got so much talent, from the defensive line to the midfield to the forwards. It's just every position is talented.
Yeah.
And their ability to frustrate you with different combination runs.
Yeah,
and
they actually, that's something that I feel Spain needs to work on. They change their way of play. They don't attack you with the exact same tactic every single time.
And for me, what's one of the most dangerous threats for Portugal are their fullbacks. Joao Cancelo and Nuno Mendes.
These guys are fast. They can dribble. They can take on defenders.
Their ability to do overlapping runs across the wingers and deliver beautiful
they're
balls
two
into
extra
the
wingers,
boxes.
basically. Even though they're fullbacks, they're extra wingers for this team. Yeah.
Yeah. It's too much talent that Portugal has. It's going to overwhelm Switzerland a little bit. Switzerland will have their chances.
Oh, yeah. And you can see they have really good link-up plays, too. So that's why this is going to be a really fun match to watch.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because, they have, as we saw in this Serbia game, Switzerland has class. They have a very good team connection. And they know where each other, they know where they are. And they know how to pull defenders away. But I think Portugal's class is just going to show a little bit more.
I think Bruno Fernandes and Bernardo Silva, two strong veteran players, are going to have a big say in this game to be able to control the tempo of the game, keep Portugal composed in the final third, right? I think they're going to have a big say in this. But for me, I just want to end it by saying this. I think this is the game Cristiano Ronaldo shows up. This is where, I think he makes a mark here. I think he scores here. And I think he has... I think he has a good impact in this game.
I'd love to see that.
I think that's a bold prediction I have. But
I mean, I wouldn't say he ghosted in the group stages, but he definitely didn't have as big of an impact as he has in the past. So I would love to see that in this one.
So I think he turns up in big moments, and
that's true. That's the definition of Cristiano Ronaldo.
Exactly.
He's always done that. That would be amazing.
So I think it's his time to shine again, and he'll help his team get through to the quarterfinals. So guess I'll just close by letting you guys, or just stating what I have for quarterfinal matchups now, just so you know, for winners. I have USA versus Argentina.
I also have
on
USA
the same side of that bracket. I have Croatia versus Brazil.
I have one different one. I have Japan versus Brazil.
On the other side of the bracket, I have Senegal versus France.
I have England versus France.
And then I have Morocco versus Portugal.
And I do as well. We have very similar picks. It'll be interesting to see who has the right ones, despite the small differences.
Yes.
Or if we're both completely wrong.
Could be.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. That's what makes the World Cup so fun, guys.
Absolutely.
So
anything can happen indeed. And ladies and gents, that is going to do it for today's episode of the Squad Goals Podcast. We just predicted our round of 16 matches, 8 matches in this round. The matches are only going to get fewer and farther between, but they are going to be of uttermost intensity and importance. So this is where things get real. This is where the World Cup trophy is really on the line. So we will see which countries are in it to win it. Probably has already started by the time you're watching most of these clips, but let's see which teams has what it takes. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm your host, technical director, Gabe Larziak. These are your co-stars, Seth and Simone, and we will see you guys next time.
Peace.
Peace.